Did that girl fall from heaven? 'Cause she's what I need. I don't know the first damn thing about her. I'm gonna hit the books and learn a thing or two about you.
What's the story behind your name or like your guys' band?
So the name, we'll start with the name. That came from just because my name is Romeo and I kind of like Shakespeare, so I decided to go with, Romeo Montague. The rest of the band is like the rest of the family, Romeo and the Montagues. This band, in terms of like the lineup and who's in it, it's had a lot of changes since we started. I actually don't think we have any original members here. Our first drummer had left, our bassist had left, Ricky is not here right now, and then my brother also left, and that was the original lineup. So since the time we started, picked up more members, swapped some out.
I'm Kalu. I'm one of the backup singers.
I'm Zohari, and I'm also one of the backup singers.
I'm Romeo Soto. I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Jacob, and I just play the bass.
I'm Damien. I play the drums.
So how long would you guys say music has been a part of your life?
I would say all my life.
I'd say same. I think it was something that was like instilled in me since I was very like small. Like, you're just constantly listening to music and singing along, and just enjoying it.
Yeah.
I was always interested in music, but I didn't really think I would be someone who like made it. That didn't happen until like I was in middle school.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as that. I've always really enjoyed and listened to music, and it's always been a big part of my life, but I started making it like 5 years ago. It's been nonstop ever since.
I'm a funny one, so I've been playing for a long time since I was 3. I've always had it, like, it's been there for me. Started with drums, I picked up guitar later on, and then also dipped on guitar. Went back to drums. I didn't really fully start playing drums till middle school, kept doing that. I picked up bass, figured that out. Joined one band, started that band, did another band, joined this band, started another band where I'm on bass, and it's just been music since day one.
Where do you feel like your career is heading with this band? Specifically, what's the vision?
Honestly, I don't really know yet. What I want is to be able to like make a living off of music, to be able to like have steady income doing what I do best. As to say like where it's heading, it's hard to say. It recently just started picking up on like TikTok. I think that's a good sign. Not surefire. I have to be more consistent with it, and I think it's really up to me where it's gonna go, but I really can't say where I think it'll be.
What inspired you to start playing and making music?
Yeah, like I said earlier, that TED Talk from Steve Lacy, it really like made me want to try it, and then I did.
I think I don't know. It was just something I like did. It was like therapeutic in this way. Like you build up all these kind of emotions, you don't really know what to do with them. You start writing and like humming along and creating stuff.
Yeah, that'll tell back to like when I was learning in 7th grade in middle school. But I think what really made us want to take it seriously was my friend's brother's band. We listened to them a lot. We went to a couple of their concerts, and I think that's like where the real inspiration to do it came from.
I don't know. Like I said, when I was in middle school, I was just like a little nerd listening to EDM, and I was just like, how do they even make this? Like, I didn't know what a synthesizer was or like a DAW, so I was just like curious, like, what is this? So like, the more I learned about it, the more I was like, I just got into it naturally, and somewhere along the way, I just found like the love of making music.
Next. Oh. For me, I have to thank my brother for most of this because it was always him who had started his first band. I'd go see them, then they were doing stuff, and then a new band kind of formed because some other people dropped out. And it was like, I need a drummer. And I was like only 13 at the, or no, 11 at the time, so I'm like, oh, okay. I was like forced into it. But then it's like, even before that though, me and him, who would always just jam random covers of songs or whatnot, he'd get the guitar out, I'd put the drums out, and just like that. So it started out as that, then having to join the band, and now having to be able to understand it and now express it for myself is now how it got me there.
How would you describe the music that you typically create?
Yeah, so it varies. It's very speckled. I kind of started out with like indie rock, a little bit of emo stuff. And you can still hear that in what I'm trying to do now, but lately it's been like a really nice blend of like indie and R&B, which I don't think I've heard before, but it's kind of what I'm trying to go for. Yeah.
Okay.
Like almost like a Mexican Mac DeMarco. That's kind of. I think what makes me so passionate about the music is what I'm choosing to write about and how I'm choosing to write it. I write a lot of love songs, and I've always done that. That's what I write. But the biggest change is me going from like an indie perspective to a more R&B perspective, and I think that's almost signaling a change within myself. I felt like, okay, I want to open up more. Almost be more flamboyant, almost more like myself, because I felt when I was doing mainly indie music, I was like really like hardened almost, like really callous. So that's what makes me passionate about it, that I get to be more free and free flowing.
It's really like fun about this band too is that like Romeo kind of he does kind of let us like wander and like put our own twists
very
and
loose
add stuff.
and
Like,
interpretive.
yeah, like jazz.
Yeah, definitely going in. I know I write my songs a certain way, but I didn't want this band to be like, all right, you play it like this. Like, I want the musicians in this band to feel like the artists that they are. I want them to be able to express themselves live, because, you know, this isn't just about me. I can't have what I do without these guys. So I thought it was really important that they would be able to put their own 2 cents in.
So, would you agree that it is very important to learn, study, and understand old music and music history?
I think so. I think, like, I feel like if you don't know, like, where it comes from, then, like, how are you gonna make it better?
I agree. I think the music that is made now is heavily inspired by music that was made then, and I don't know, it just keeps everything you give, take, you create. It's like a loop, and yeah.
I think it is important to, like, I guess, like, go back and listen to old music and understand it. I would say it's really important for me to do that as well, because usually what I listen to is old music, and that's because I'm studying. When I'm listening, I'm studying. So I think that's why, like, my answer was like I prefer to create it, because when I listen to it, I'm learning more so than I am enjoying, but I'm learning more so.
I think it's cool to learn about music history, but I don't know how important it is. Like, honestly, like, I don't know, music is music, and it's like a creation of yourself, and if somebody's never heard of some old stuff, maybe they could come up with something new, and it's like, it's not required like many other different art forms and fields where you have to know things to do it. But, I mean, yeah, like, you miss out on a lot if you don't listen to old music. Like, it's good shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I'm with him on that one. That like, it's good to go back and listen, but like to what was it? No history at least. I don't know. Only the fact like I kind of wouldn't agree is just like if you didn't know about it, then you make something. It's already been done. Leave now.
So, how do you feel the internet, social media has impacted the music business?
It's just terrible.
Do you
I
wanna?
mean, it's
It's
definitely
good if you make it.
it's definitely like helped a lot of people like reach out to everybody and like get more exposure in a way, but it's also kind of done away with the traditional way that music, like and artists have grown into stardom. Now like labels and stuff, they expect you to be completely developed and like have a following already, so you have to build that for yourself, and it sucks. Before you could just like get a show somewhere and there would be like a manager there who's like, hey, I want to manage you guys, but now you just kind of have to do it all on your own, since
You open the
everyone has that equal
Oh.
opportunity.
I'm on the very complete opposite end of their opinions. I think social media is really good for musicians. Like for me personally, I've seen a lot of growth from it. I was looking at my numbers the other day, and since I had a TikTok that did so well, I went from like the single digit amount of streams to like double digit like per day consistently. And I can't say I would have been able to do that without social media. It's a really, really useful tool for musicians who want to grow. And yeah, and I agree that now to get like a record deal, which isn't completely necessary anymore, but if you do want to get it, social media is the way. Like you need to do it. And I don't see that as a completely bad thing, but I see where they're coming from.
I mean, I just see it as a bad thing. Is like you're required. You have to make like big artists have to make TikToks. Like you have to look at your numbers and like worry about your streaming and your following, your retweets and that. It's like before you just play music and like if you were good, people would follow like go to your shows and like.
Now even people throw on these little backyard shows too. They'll look at our numbers. They've done with enough numbers. Next thing you know, you get shadow banned. It's like, what happened to this band? Oh, numbers banned. Didn't work.
We're better. It's all about numbers now. Like that's what I'm trying to say basically. That's the succinct way of saying it.
I like numbers.
What's next for you?
It's mostly to create a stronger social media presence. Like while we're playing shows like scattered out, it seems that if I hone in on doing like more social media stuff, I can get us better shows quicker. So that's kind of the next step. So everything that comes with that is writing more music at home, releasing music, doing photo shoots, making content. That is what I'm mainly focusing on right now. Live shows, just because we're not getting the shows I would like us to have right now. And it's super hard to schedule with everyone because we're such a large band. They're taking not a backseat, but more like a passenger seat.